Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi and Fly taking place here on, I believe this is, let me just double check this. Yeah, this is gonna be Amazonia. Over here on the top right hand side of the map, we have Fly spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile, Infi has spawned as the red human over here on the bottom left. Once again, thank you for everyone who's been following me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, a like, and also leave a comment in the section below. That does help with WarCraft 3 and YouTube's algorithms to try and give WarCraft 3 content to whoever else is looking for it on the internet. Anyways, for those of you guys who don't follow me on Facebook, I did post up an interesting article that basically addressed why there wasn't any discussion on a WarCraft 3 remastered. It feels like they're trying to fix. I think that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to fix WarCraft 3 before they actually remastered it. Perhaps opening up some of the build orders. They had said that Undead only really has one build order, and I don't know if I quite agree with that. You can open up with Crypt Fiends or with Ghouls as your typical build order, but maybe they're only talking about all the way through. We'll see how all of that does unfold. They are also interested in adding new maps to the Battle.net ladder map pool to try to get more variety in terms of the game, and I do go ahead and agree with that. So if you guys haven't followed me on Facebook, just search for Crota Gaming or Crota. You should be able to find me. A picture of me in my younger days casting alongside, I think that's Megumi Bear, back in when I was still casting StarCraft 2. It was at an event at UCI. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's unfolding in this Blade Master versus Archmage matchup. Nothing that surprising. Archmage is going to go ahead and drop a Water Elemental after the Militia get into position on that Renegade Wizard. The Renegade Wizard apparently not studying, not knowing that purging a Militia does absolutely nothing, so therefore don't purge that target. Archmage will pick up a Circlet of Nobility. Meanwhile, Blade Master off to the north has taken down the Renegade Wizard, and he has decided to sell his Scroll of Town Portal, picking up double healing salves and a Speed Scroll, or Scroll of Speed. That Speed Scroll very, very strong here. He's going to most likely, yes, pick up a Circlet of Nobility as well. Double Circlets of Nobility, +4 to every single stat. Very, very powerful indeed. If you need a frame of reference, the Boots of Quel'Tha Loss, the Belt of Giant Strength, and the Robe of Magi, those three items take up 3 slots and give +6 to every single stat, as the Blade Master now getting interrupted right there. Grunt in the front there. Blade Master units are now trying to dance back and forth. Footman taking a little bit of damage. Archmage is still wandering around the corner. He does have level 2, which means that he will get more mana. The Brilliance Aura Archmage, it looks as though he wants to try and put down that early pressure, perhaps try to take down a couple of early Orc burrows while things are still being upgraded. Orc players are generally very weak at this stage, not having their second Orc burrow up yet, meaning that they only have 1 Grunt and 1 Blade Master out, sitting at 20/20 supply, but it gives them the opportunity to detect a tier 2 that much faster. Meanwhile, you can see a surround there, taking down a lot of the units, as the Grunt needs to be extremely careful. If the Grunt is not careful, the Grunt could end up getting surrounded by an army of footmen and militia and get taken down once more. Archmage is still battling it up, able to run around, will be picking up, Dust of Appearance, no Boots of Speed, selling those Slippers of Agility, and we'll see what is going to be happening with this Archmage next. Now, this Archmage is timing his next attack very carefully. He is not using the mana off of the on the Archmage, because I believe he wants to pick up perhaps a Beastmaster when he gets the tier 2 and do a quick tier 2 push, since he's going to be hiring from that tavern and trying to put pressure down with the Water Elementals and those Quill Beasts. Boots of Speed was picked up by the Archmage there. Blade Master may have, yes, picked it up from the other shop, as the Archmage is now running around. Is the Archmage going to head over to the tavern? It does not look like it. Not quite sure what the Archmage really plans on doing. He is going to be taking the tier 2 now completed. Perhaps the Footmen are going to be in position, as the Blade Master does get to level 2 and should be picking up perhaps a Mantle of Intelligence, now using that Speed Scroll. All right, right, Archmage off to the north, trying to steal a bit of experience, and we'll see if it is going to be successful. Picks up the item right there. It is another Slippers of Agility, and more importantly, he does deny experience from that Shadow Hunter. Blademaster still wandering around here. Archmage hoping to perhaps get some easy damage at finishing off these Apprentice Wizards, which is incredibly important if you want to make sure that the other units do not get extra experience. Now, coming back across over here, it looks as though it is going to be a Mountain King instead of the Beastmaster, so it is not going to be that quick tier 2 pressure push. Now, we are going into a single Arcane or dual Arcane Sanctums. No Arcane Vault as of yet. So what is going on here as we see a trip up by the Frog? All right, Infi's particular strategy is confusing me a little bit. Fly should be able to push back any strong push right now just because he'll have his Shadow Hunter out. The Blademaster is putting pressure down, and the Shadow Hunter with a couple of grunts and now some Raiders and Spirit Walkers should be able to get in the damage. You can see this Water Elemental coming across inside here. He's not going to really be able to deal any true damage as we now see the Blademaster still looking to do a bit of harassment. Blademaster could steal a little bit more experience here, and if he does so, it is going to continue that build once more. You see Dust of Appearance, Archmage, oh, Stormbolt right there. Blademaster in a bit of trouble, down to 215 hit points. He will be forced to use a Healing Salve, and there he goes. He is going to be retreating. Meanwhile, back over here to the bottom right-hand side of the map, you see the Shadow Hunter has picked up True Shot Aura. Not necessarily the best item here. He does have a Forest Troll Berserker trying to add in a little bit more damage, but the Healing Salves will quickly go down across the remainder of these Enforcers as the Shadow Hunter will get to level 2. Blademaster could try and go after these priests here. Are we going to perhaps see something else here as the Archmage does have a replenishment potion being used? Stormbolt, oh, Windwalk, dodge right there as the Blademaster is going to go ahead. No, does not steal it, but picks up the Manual of Health. Shadow Hunter down to the south, healing up the remainder of these grunts. Sitting at level 2, we are going to be going into some casters, but I believe the follow-up play with those Spirit Walkers and that Disenchant should be more than enough, especially if the Shadow Hunter is able to clear out this creep camp without any real issue. All right, there goes the Shadow Priest there. Shadow Hunter could go ahead and easily pick up that Tome of Knowledge. Meanwhile, back over here to the top left, Mountain King going to get very close to level 3. As the Archmage is, well, nowhere in sight, meaning that the Mountain King is going to be getting the majority of this experience right here. Mountain King, Belt of Giant Strength, really helping out here, and level 2 Stormbolt could play an important factor as that Mountain King has landed a couple of easy Stormbolts onto that Blademaster already. Back off to the north, Shadow Hunter heading off here. We'll see what will be happening next. Shadow Hunter going to go ahead and pick up... Nope, not pick up any items from the shop off over here. We still see some heavy creeping. And who is going to be doing more effective creeping? That is the question. That your eyes did not deceive you. That was a second illusion, a second Mountain King. It is just an illusion, as the Mountain King is now currently scouting out to figure out what other creep camps have been cleared out. Mountain King getting in a bash, takes down the peon there, as we are now looking at the Blademaster looking to perhaps finish off this Rock Golem. If he can get Claws of Attack plus 9 off of this Rock Golem, that would be a very big deal. What does he get? No, Potion of Invulnerability. Just as good, perhaps if not better, as a Healing Wave does go across. Healing Wave, level 2. Wand of Illusion. Blademasters now across all over the place, making it very difficult to figure out which one is the actual unit. Healing Wave continuing to come across as the Spirit, or as the Raider now gets a bit of Spirit Link. Scroll of Healing trying to save that unit again as the Raider gets taken down finally. Shadow Hunter continuing the fight right now. More Healing Waves going across multiple units as the Kodo is now in the backfield. Perhaps Hungry Kodo will be able to get some easy targets as Footmen fall, giving the Blademaster level 3. Mountain King still up in that front line. Who is the real heroes? That is the big question here, as the Mountain King trying to engage there. There is a Disenchant, as that Mountain King is not the real one either. All right, units now being forced to pull back here as the Spellbreakers will be joining in on the fight. Illusion and now still wandering around, a bit of, well, spell steal there, as the Blademaster is just going to end up falling without much of an issue. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the total population count. 50 compared to 49. We are pretty much neck and neck. We are getting Berserker strength though, as we are only sitting at Stronghold. Those grunts will be that much more powerful, as the Mountain King has a potion of lesser invulnerability and will be difficult to take out with that Belt of Giant Strength. Blade Master still wandering around once more. Potion of Invulnerability could play a very big key role in this upcoming fight. Archmage sitting at level 3. Have to be very careful. Once that Archmage gets to level 4, things do get very dicey very quickly, as the Sorceress and Priest have just that much more mana. Dust of Appearance onto that Blade Master. Spirit Link quickly cast, trying to mitigate some of that damage. Shadow Hunter with Clarity Potion now will be able to heal back up even further as the fight is now raging on. All right, Blade Master going straight after the unit there. Water Elemental gets taken down. Blade Master down to 375, 302. Needs to be very careful. Is he going to get a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used in time? That's the question. No, he does not. Blade Master doesn't use the Potion of Invulnerability. Meanwhile, the Mountain King does. And all of a sudden, Infi is looking like he is in total control as we now see reinforcement of Militia. All right, Fly completely misjudged that timing right there, and that Mountain King Stormbolt dealing enough damage that Dispel Magic, I believe. Yeah, the Dispel Magic from the Priest. The key factor right there, allowing the Mountain King to get the Stormbolt off. And that small and subtle difference all of a sudden just laying waste to that Blade Master and the majority of the damage. Let's take a look back over here. Blade Master is getting resurrected at the Altar of Storms. Units are now trying to pull back, but Infi is in complete control of this game as Fly doesn't even have the safety of Orc Burrows. Spirit Walker is now getting taken down, and this is the reason why that Blade Master is often referred to as that glass cannon. Blade Master was resurrected at the tavern. That is a very expensive Blade Master, very vulnerable. Is he going to perhaps use a Potion of Invulnerability here to try to stay in this fight a bit longer? 141 critical strike. Kodo Beast now trying to get back away. Will it be able to just step back again? Blade Master is in the fight once more. Healing Wave coming across. Shadow Hunter had some mana, now needs to back off here. He is low on mana. Blade Master needs to use a Potion of Invulnerability, does use it in time. Shadow Hunter does pick up a Potion of Mana and has a Clarity Potion in use as well. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. More mana on the Shadow Hunter is definitely good news, as that Blade Master, well, definitely trying to lick his wounds and stay in the fight just a bit longer. Shadow Hunter staying in the backfield. Healing Wave onto the Blade Master again. Did the Blade Master come back in time to really elevate his army? Potion of Healing is going to be used in time. Yes, it is, as the Shadow Hunter could get another Healing Wave off once more. Shadow Hunter, very low on mana, does have another Clarity Potion ready to go. We see, another Raider getting taken down. It is 54 compared to 43. Infi is still in serious trouble. So much slow to deal with, as the Kodo Beast is not digesting anything in its belly. Spellbreakers going after the Voodoo Lounge. The Voodoo Lounge has been a big MVP part of this army, giving mana and hit points to that Blade Master, as the Shadow Hunter once again using another Clarity Potion. All right, now going after the Rogues here, trying to get an extra bit of experience, perhaps an extra bit of gold. Getting a big level would help out tremendously, but you are now down 15 supply in this upcoming fight, as the Sorceress, catches a Peon out of place. Let's go ahead. Voodoo Lounge taking far more damage than it should. You see the Peon trying to repair it. Will it be able to hold on? Stormbolt onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, out of the range of the Spellbreaker is important, as that mana is like liquid gold for that Shadow Hunter and that Blade Master duo. However, Invisible Water Elemental may be able to try to push forth once again, and if it can get damage onto the Shadow Hunter, that's perfect, disrupting the Clarity Potion, and that was a calculated play to just remove mana. All right, without mana on the Shadow Hunter, it has about 2 more Healing Waves left. Invisibility on the Water Elemental again, as that Water Elemental is just going to sit in that position. Spellbreakers trying to hold back here. Blade Master still in that front line, going after the units. Mountain King has a Potion of Invulnerability. Stormbolt onto the Raider. Raider could get taken down, and it looks like it will. Fight is still raging on. Archmage continuing to fight back here. Stormbolt could be coming in. Perhaps picking off the units one by one is exactly what is needed, as the Grunt is about to get taken down. No, not quite yet. Blade Master down to 327 hit points, still trying to pull back. Spellbreakers stealing all of that Spirit Link again, as we now see a Spirit Walker getting Stormbolted out. Mountain King back up to 75 mana. Will be ready to go. Spellbreaker is going to be ready to engage again. You can see the new Voodoo Lounge trying to be reconstructed, but it may be too little too late. Spellbreakers in position. Shadow Hunter down to 41 mana. That's those Spellbreakers just focusing off so much of that mana so quickly. Clarity Potion and Potion of Mana once more. This may be a last push. Let's see what's going to be happening next as the Spellbreakers using that range to their advantage. Archmage in a very front position needs to get away. Meanwhile, Raiders are getting picked off in addition to the Grunts, and there's just too many ranged Spellbreakers enabling that focus fire. Grunt after Raider now getting taken down. 57 compared to 36 supply. Stormbolt could be coming in. Nope, no Stormbolt needed as Infi takes game 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.